was crazy on Friday in the first meeting between these teams. And what does the 9th inning have in store today? With Louisville on top of Oregon State 6-3 for the right to stay here at the Men's College World Series another day. And can Iva Arquette, number 8 overall prospect in baseball, continue his one spectacular season with Oregon State? Hope lingers for Oregon State. It starts with Iva Arquette. First pitch swinging on a rope to left. That ball is back and gone. Leadoff home run Arquette, and it's a 2-run ball game.
Sitting heater and gets one. You talk about right down Broadway, right in mid-thigh, and you think Daniel Levitch maybe thought, Ben, like you were saying, maybe they'll be taken, let's get ahead, and Iva Arquette said, no, sir.
That's some quick hands, too. That ball looked like it got on him for a while, and he just went after it, and when he did.
1-2. Turley fists one behind first and dumps it into right of base head. Oregon State brings the tying run to the plate already with nobody out in the 9th inning.
Hey now.
This is your team. This one spiked at a stop by Klein, but then he couldn't locate it. It trickled behind him, and Turley moves up into scoring position. Bivens 3-0. Misses, and a 4-pitch walk puts the tying run aboard. Tucker Bivens 2-2. Singer lines it into right field. King on the move, plays it on a hop. Oregon State's got him loaded in the 9th inning.
And how many times you see it? The hitter fails to get the bunt down. They gain just a little extra level of focus because they know how much they need to deliver for their team. And Singer gets a sinker that just doesn't do much and just carves it into right field. Eddie King lets it fall. And that's their first hit with runners in scoring position of the ballgame. Now, didn't score.
Loaded up. Bivens 2-1. Peterson on the ground to short at Alisea through the wickets. Turley and Weber score. This game is tied.
Guys, I got to wonder here if the runner really affected Alisea. This is a tough one here. The ball and the runner kind of arrive at the same time, and Alisea just kind of whips it, Ben. I just don't think he got a great look at it. I think the runner affects him, and he ends up way inside the baseball. What looked like might have been a 6-4-3 ends up nobody out in a tie ball game.
2-2. Strike 3 call, top of the zone. A strikeout for Bivens, and there's one away.
Oh, he leaned on that slider, and he finally got one there.
1-2. McIntyre chases, and there's 2 down.
Boy, big time, huh?
This is hard to do. Only 2 teams in the history of this event have overcome a 3-run deficit in the 9th inning to avoid elimination. LSU in 2008, USC in 1973.
Wow.
The 1-1. Raider pops it up. Behind first, Davis backpedals, inning over. Tucker Bivens picks up Alex Alisea and keeps this game tied at 6.
Now you got to cash in on it.
Just off the edge, ball 4. Wow. What a take by Alex Alisea, who atones and works a leadoff walk.
And this ball's off.
0-2. Moore pokes it foul. He got a changeup at 91. And now they're going to say
wow.
catcher's interference on Wilson Weber.
No way.
So from a 2-strike count. Moore battling. He gets aboard, and the winning run is in scoring position.
That can happen when a hitter's letting the ball travel as much as Lucas Moore was right there. You just don't see a whole lot of that in Division I baseball. This thing, he lets it get so deep into the mid that it's almost being caught, and just, a no-doubter.
Catcher's interference.
Yeah, this is the look right here.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear.
It's confirmed. There is catcher's interference. Oregon State will lose the challenge if it has one challenge left.
With his dad, Scott, hardly able to watch. Klein does square, bunts it in front of home plate off the glove of Oaks. And they're loaded with nobody out.
Man, this has been a wild 9th inning, hasn't it?
How about bringing a freshman in this situation, Ben?
This is a huge ask. I mean, nearly an impossible ask to bring a freshman in, bases loaded, nobody out, and ask him to get out of this jam right here. There's the numbers on the year. He's got a 6 ERA. Now, he can strike you out. 21 strikeouts. It's big-time stuff. We saw it the other day against Coastal. 25 pitches. It was some big-time stuff, and he's going to need every bit of it to get out of this one.
Again, Edwards 2-2. Is strike 3 called, and there's one away. Edwards ready with a 1-1 that sails 2-1 on Eddie King. Eddie's family here watching. They have seen the journey. It's included injuries at times, including his freshman season in 22 and at the beginning of this year when he got off to a slow start. But now he's been raking recently. 2-1. Eddie King skies it to center. Reeder backs up. That is plenty deep. Alisea tags to the plate. He scores, and Louisville lives. Eddie King is the hero, and there might not be a bigger exhale at this event than the one from Alex Alisea at home plate. Down to Danny.
Eddie King Jr., how's your heart rate right now?
It's pretty high up there. That was probably one of the biggest at-bats of my career, so I just wanted to come through, try to be simple. I don't have to get a base hit right there, so I just try to move the ball.
Well, that hit keeps your team in Omaha another day. How do you describe the fight in the Cardinals?
Like I said a lot of times before, this team is special. You know, we get knocked down, but we get right back up. So we just got to keep continuing to do that.
I saw you talking to Jake Monroe before your at-bat. What did he tell you?
I was asking him how the slider was moving, but, you know, he just, we relayed pitches and, like, how movements and all that stuff to the other hitters. So, you know, it was just being a good teammate talking to me.
What does it sound like hearing an entire crowd here chant your name?
It's amazing, you know, even from the start of the Super Regionals, that's where it really started, but it's just amazing. It's something special, and I'm so glad I get to come through for Card Nation.
How good does it feel to stay one more day in Omaha and play for a title?
It's amazing, you know, one step closer, you know, so just keep fighting to advance.
Congratulations, go celebrate.
Thank you, thank you.
Mike.
Danny, thank you. Great stuff with Eddie King. Fitting that he's the one to keep Louisville in Omaha. And hats off to Oregon State. A special ride, a schedule unlike any in the country. And Mitch Canham led this group back. And a moment for King with Alex Alisea, who, man, you could see the emotion draped all over him when he got to home plate.
The relief of a player that was carrying a heavy burden. And then, of course, the agony of defeat. Oregon State played like champions throughout this entire postseason, but ultimately came up just a bit short. What a season they had.
Hats off to the Beavers. It was a special ride for that group this season as an independent. no less. All right, so here